Earl V. Serdon, and I am your reporter today. Our topic today is about subject-verb agreement. So what is subject-verb agreement? Subject-verb agreement is nothing but to make the subject and the verb agree. You have to choose the right version of the verb to make the agreement look good. There are different versions of the verb of be, am, is, are, which are differently used in the subjects he, she, it, we, you, and etc. If you were a bookworm, you probably get this very easily, but it never hurts to know your grammar rules. So we're proceed to rule number one. Rule number one, verb number agreement. For example, the list of to-dos was too long for me to handle. The lists of to-dos were too long for me to handle. Remember that a singular subject takes singular verb and a plural subject takes plural verbs. The list here is a singular subject and corresponds to a singular verb. And also, the list here is a plural subject, and so is the plural verb word. Next rule. Rule number two, a plural is always required after you. For example, you were going to send over the document. Even when it is used in a singular form referring to one person, you is equal to were every time. Usually, it happens all the time. Okay, next rule. Rule number three. Rule number three, when verb has s at the end. For example, she goes to the library every single day. This these examples, she is a singular, and goes is a verb that is in a present form. She goes to the library every single day. Next rule. Rule number four, the verb has to agree only with a true main subject. For example, the box of Nestle's chocolates is missing. The box here is the main subject and not the Nestle's chocolates. So the box is a singular subject and so is the verb, which is a singular verb. Next rule. Rule number five, subjects joined by and are usually plural and take plural verbs. For example, his laptop and my iPad were stolen from the desk. His laptop and iPad plus and is equal to a plural verb form of word. Next rule. Rule number six, rule for with, together with, along with, besides, as well as, including, in addition to, and etc. For example, the television along with the cabinet is to be sold. The chief competitor as well as shelves is obliged to increase the prices. Along with it as well as really doesn't affect the agreement between the verb and the subjects. So our main subject here is the television. So a main subject is a singular subject corresponds to a singular verb. And same goes for the second example. Next rule. Rule number seven, when both singular and plural subjects are present. For example, neither the quality nor the prices have changed. Neither the prices nor the quality has changed. The prices and the quality is just being transposed to or changed in position. The difference is what we use in the verb. Prices here. Be mindful that if a subject ends with an s, it usually corresponds to a plural verb. Prices, plural verb have. And in the other case of the prices and the quality, it changed position so the quality doesn't end with an s. So the quality is a singular subject and so is the verb. It's a singular verb. Next rule. Rule number 8. Rule for neither nor and either or. For example, neither the laptop nor the phone was in working order. Either January or February is going to be her wedding month. Neither the laptop nor the phone was in working order. Whether of the two is laptop or the phone, it usually represents as one. So as one, we call it a singular subject, and so singular subject referring to one person or one thing, it corresponds to a singular subject, singular verb. I mean, tapos the second example is either January or February is going to be her wedding month. In this statement, it is referring to a choice by using this word or. So either January or February. So you may use January or February then it is a singular subject, and so is the verb used as a singular verb. Next rule. Rule number 9. Rule for nouns that are plural in form but singular in meaning. For example, news is traveling faster than ever before. Physics has fascinated my hustle mate for months. News here is referring a program in a television and not a new or just having just or not of long duration. Eh, but the news here is in plural form but singular in meaning. So news corresponds to a singular form and corresponds to a singular form, the verb. And so same goes for the second example. Next rule. Rule number 10. A linking verb usually agrees with its subjects and not with its complement. For example, excessive absences were the reason for his failure. The reason of his failure was excessive absences. Excessive absences here is a subject, and the complement is his failure. So absences, it's a subject, and it ends with an s. So s, then subject plus s is equal to the plural verb. But in other case, the second second example is a failure. Tapos, the reason of his failure was excessive absences. This reason of his failure is the complement. So it affects the agreement basing on what sentence we use or words that we use. Failure is a subject and not in a plural form. So it is a singular and corresponds to a singular verb.